we do have smart kids coming out of this community. And I would really like to be able to have my kids come back and live here after they finish their military tours or they graduate college.
Palm Coast Mayor-elect Mike Norris joined WNZF's Business Report to talk about his plans for the city ahead of swearing in on Tuesday.
Norris says Palm Coast needs more high-tech jobs to keep young people being educated in area schools, something he's personally invested in.
We focus on getting our kids the best education possible here in this county. And there's a lot of money, and there's back and forth about money going to homeschool and private schools and stuff like that. But we have a great education system. I'd like to see us at an A, and I hope we can get there. But these are very smart kids, and they need a place to live, work, and play. And I don't want us educating our kids here to send them to work somewhere else. We shouldn't be educating the workforce for other communities. That's why with $5,000 of the mayor's salary, I pledged for a scholarship, and it's going to be a STEM scholarship.
Norris says the city needs to focus on industrial development rather than residential.
We need the owners of these properties around here, the major players, to commit to our community to zoning properties for industrial growth. That westward expansion, I have no intent of letting me as a singular member of the council of letting them push west without a commitment for industrial growth, because we misuse US 1, that whole strip from Old Kings Road all the way down past the Wait Station. We have misused that property, in my opinion.
You can hear the Business Report Saturday mornings at 10 and anytime on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, November 18th.
Absolutely not. I am just not interested.
Newly elected State Senator Tom Leake tells Liz Ryan what he's not interested in.
Well, it looks like Florida will have a heavy presence in the second Trump administration. Marco Rubio for Secretary of State, Susie Wiles for Chief of Staff, and Congressman Mike Waltz will be the National Security Advisor. Will Tom Leake leave the state Senate seat he's just getting comfortable in to answer calls to fill the vacancy that Mike Waltz will be leaving?
Quite frankly, I'm sure there are a lot of good folks up there, but it's just not anything that I would be interested in. I'm looking forward to representing the folks of Senate District 7 in the Florida Senate. Got no interest in going to Congress.
This is an historic time for the Sunshine State.
I can't think of a time that would come close to matching the influence that the state of Florida will have in D.C., in the presidency, or in Congress. It is remarkable to me how Florida-heavy the Donald Trump administration is going to be, and what a great statement for what Florida does right.
Senator Leake has made it clear he's staying in Tallahassee, and his staff is already in place.
I've been working since I knew I won the primary and the seat was so heavily Republican. There was a good chance that I would be winning the general. I went ahead and started to talk to some people that I thought would be good teammates of mine to come in and work with me on the staff. And, when we finally get everybody signed up, we will get the ground running.
And hitting the ground running means
you've got to make insurance companies more responsive to the consumer. There's got to be a way that you can take out the adversarial nature between the insurance company and the consumer and get the consumer paid more quickly. Secondarily, I think we really have to reimagine what we consider to be success for the K through 12 schools. We have brainwashed generations of parents and children that you're not successful unless you send a kid to college. Where the real need is in the trades. We need plumbers, we need electricians. And if you want a kid to have their quickest path to a six-figure income, send them to a trade. That should be the measure of success for K through 12.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. The Palm Coast City Council has approved a fee to benefit the arts in the city.
The council has agreed to impose a 0.5% fee on all commercial projects in the city with a value of $1 million or more, with the money going toward cultural arts grants run by the city's Parks and Recreation Department. For example, there were 26 commercial projects topping $1 million in the past 12 months that would have generated $235,000 for the Public Art Fund. Palm Coast Mayor David Alphen responds.
With the lack of a comprehensive plan, I'm not at all clear or sure that 10 years from now, how is the city going to look more beautiful because of the investment that has been made.
While Councilmember Nick Kloufas agreed about the future of the city, he does like the concept that was approved for the arts.
I'm not certain what the city of Palm Coast is going to look like in 10 years, but I can tell you for sure that the cultural arts funding mechanism for the grant funding is something that can have impacts tremendously.
Councilwoman Pontieri agrees the impact fee change doesn't hinder taxpayers.
This comes out of our general fund, so it can help to lessen the burden on our taxpayers as far as that millage, right? Because that's where that revenue comes into, is our general fund.
Vice Mayor Ed Danko disagrees with the project fee.
A business may look at us and say, I'm not going there. They're telling me what artwork, and they're going to have a committee, a government committee that selects it. If a business moves in and they want to put some artwork on their property, fine. They're certainly entitled to do it.
For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Friday night, the FPC Bulldog football team hosted their first playoff game since 2017. The rematch with Spruce Creek was the WNZF Sports Network Game of the Week. Much like the first meeting, the Bulldogs started quickly. Hayes flushed out of the pocket, has to throw it away. Did he catch it? He did! Touchdown Bulldogs! That is a touchdown to Robbie Daly, and the Bulldogs take the lead. Hayden Hayes' 33rd touchdown of the season gave FPC a 6-0 lead. The Bulldogs forced a fumble, and the offense jumped on the bus. It's a give to Mitchell. Up the middle, he's inside the 5, spins, keeps his feet. He's still going. What is the signal? It's a touchdown, Bulldogs! The baby bus, Marcus Mitchell's 15th score of the year, made it 14-0. A controversial penalty called back a Mikhail Isaac touchdown. He got it back on the next play.
Hayden Hayes straight back to pass, looking over the middle, has Isaac again, inside the 15, makes a move to the outside, and it's a touchdown! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Mitchell scored again before the break, and FPC led 28-6. Spruce Creek fought all the way back to tie the game at 28 in the fourth. Another Mitchell touchdown put FPC ahead 35-28. Spruce Creek answered, and down 35-34, went for the win with 90 seconds to go.
The trip to Lake Mary on the line. Campbell takes the snap, rolls to his right, throws to the back of the end zone, and it's complete! And Spruce Creek takes the lead.
Down 36-35, FPC had one more chance, but turned the ball over on downs after officials mistakenly counted third down as fourth down. The Bulldogs finished the season 9-2. I've reached out to the FHSAA for comment. In Tallahassee, the FPC cross-country teams ran in the state title races. Peyton Sarasi shattered her twice-broken school record again, this time by 15 seconds, and the Lady Dogs finished third, their best finish in school history. Peyton will be our guest this Saturday on the Rich and Mike Sports Show. WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.